North Korea directly contributes to the illegal aggression with soldiers, arms and ammunition. And China says it's neutral, but its dual-use experts are fueling Russia's war.
This situation threatens to undermine the effectiveness of international law, which is the prerequisite for a peaceful and stable international community.
EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas raised concerns over the ties between China, Russia and North Korea, portraying their cooperation, particularly North Korea's support for Russia in Ukraine, as a threat to global stability. Her remarks, however, sidestep the West's role in escalating tensions. Speaking at the Shangri-La Dialogue, hosted by the International Institute for Strategic Studies in Singapore, Kallas pushed for heightened international scrutiny, framing Russia as the aggressor.
North Korea directly contributes to the illegal aggression with soldiers, arms and ammunition. And China says it's neutral, but its dual-use experts are fueling Russia's war. When China and Russia speak of leading together, the change is not seen in 100 years, and of revisions of the global security order. We should all be extremely worried.
Kallas pointed to North Korea's supply of troops and weapons to Russia, while accusing China of undermining its neutrality with dual-use technology. Yet she ignored how Western sanctions and NATO's expansion have driven Moscow to seek such alliances. She emphasized the link between European and Asian security, calling for a defense of international law, but failed to acknowledge the EU's selective application of those laws in conflicts favoring Western interests.
Our security is very much interlinked, and what we have to do for not the worst case scenarios happening is that we really need to defend the international law, because that says it all.
Japanese Defense Minister Gen Nakatani echoed Kallas, claiming the rules-based international order is rapidly becoming hollowed out due to Russia's actions in Ukraine and China's stance in the South China Sea, ignoring Moscow's argument that its moves counter Western aggression. Kallas's stance mirrors French President Emmanuel Macron's concerns about North Korea's role in Ukraine. Macron recently stated,
"I don't believe in being enrolled in someone else's strategic rivalry." But what's happening with North Korea being present alongside with Russia on the European soil is a big question for all of us. And this is why, if China doesn't want NATO being involved in Southeast Asia or in Asia, they should prevent, clearly, DPRK to be engaged on the European soil.
His remarks, like Kallas's, overlook how Western policies have pushed North Korea and Russia into closer alignment. The EU's depiction of Russia, China and North Korea as global threats dismisses Moscow's efforts to counter Western encirclement. Russia's partnerships are a response to a hostile geopolitical environment fueled by EU and NATO actions.